Welcome to the Stimpod NMS460 Troubleshooting Guide. Let's cover a few problematic scenarios you may encounter with your Stimpod and how to remedy them. We will also cover how to adjust all the standard settings to successfully operate the Stimpod. One of the most common scenarios encountered when operating the Stimpod is the open circuit detected warning message displayed on the screen when treating a patient. This warning message simply means that somewhere between the Stimpod and the patient, the connection has been broken and needs to be addressed with the following basic steps. If the open circuit detected message is still displayed when touching the skin surface with the treatment probe, ensure you have done all of the following correct preparations. 1. Ensure the electrode clip is securely connected to the electrode. 2. Ensure the electrode is securely adhered to the skin surface. Some skin may be too oily, which will prevent the electrode from sticking adequately. With oily skin, it's always better to first clean the area with an alcohol swab. If the area is too hairy, it's best to find an alternative area on the body to place the electrode. 3. Ensure there is a fair amount of conductive gel on the area where the probe touches the skin. Some skin may be too dry, which means you will have to use extra conductive gel. If the open circuit detected message is still displayed, this would mean that either your electrode or treatment cable is faulty. You can test each of these as follows. While electrodes can be reused multiple times, they do degrade with continued use. How long they will last is determined by several factors, including the patient's skin type, the ambient temperature and humidity, the stimulation current, and the amount of time that they are used. To test the electrode, the first step is to check if the electrode adhesive is still sticky on the entire surface. If not, replace the electrode immediately. You can now connect the cable's electrode to the metal nub and touch the treatment probe on the contact surface at the bottom. If the electrode is working correctly, the open circuit detected message will disappear and the Stimpod will display the current that is being delivered. You will also hear a beep sound for every successful stimulation delivered, and the LED will flash green. If the open circuit detected message is still displayed on screen, the electrode may be faulty and will need to be replaced. If the message is still displayed after replacing the electrode, check if the treatment cable is working correctly. You can test the treatment probe by touching the tip of the probe to the electrode clip, making sure that both metal parts are in contact with each other. If the cable is working correctly, the open circuit message will disappear. If the cable is not working correctly, this means that the stimulation cable may have a fault and will have to be replaced. The Stimpod's current can be adjusted by lightly rolling your finger along the touch wheel on the keypad. Rolling your finger clockwise will increase the current and anti-clockwise will decrease it. The Stimpod is able to generate up to 30 mA of stimulating current. However, there are two pulse width settings to choose from. When treating a patient with a Stimpod, it's recommended to start around 10 mA with a 0.1 millisecond pulse width. You can then increase the current to a level where the patient describes the sensation as a pinch. Then, reduce the current with a few milliamps until the patient describes the sensation as a tap. In cases of severe neuropathy or nerve damage, you may find that 30 mA at a 0.1 millisecond pulse width is not enough. This is common in patients with severe diabetic neuropathy in the lower limbs, but may also present in other conditions. If this is the case, you can turn the current down to 15 mA and set the pulse width to 0.2 milliseconds. A setting of 15 mA at 0.2 milliseconds will deliver the same amount of charge as 30 mA at 0.1 milliseconds. You can now increase the current to the desired level. You can adjust the stimulation frequency in the Stimpod menu. Press and hold the menu button and use the touch wheel to scroll down to option 4, Frequency, and press Enter. The frequency submenu will appear. There are 4 options you can choose to have active: 1, 2, 5, and 10 Hz. Activating these options in the submenu will grant you the option of alternating between them on the home screen by pressing the frequency button. You can adjust the default duration of the countdown timer in the Stimpod menu. Press and hold the menu button and follow the menu options down to option 5, Countdown Timer, and press Enter. On the countdown timer submenu, you can select either minutes or seconds. Press enter again and then roll the touch wheel to the duration you would like. Press enter to save your selection and exit the menu. The countdown timer duration you have set will now be the default timer. To reset the countdown timer at any time, a quick reset option is available. Simply press and hold the play button and the timer will reset. Ensure that your Stimpod is set to hybrid RF mode by checking the wave indicator on the top right of the screen next to the countdown timer. The hybrid RF mode indicator appears as follows. To change the wave mode of the Stimpod, press and hold the menu button to open the menu. Use the touch wheel to scroll down to option 2, Stimulation mode, and press enter. On the Stimulation mode submenu, there are two options to choose from. Ensure the hybrid RF waveform option is selected and exit the menu. It's important to ensure that the hybrid RF mode is always selected when treating a patient. If the Stimpod is set to square wave mode, there will be no therapeutic effect. If your Stimpod is not powering on, exchange the batteries for a new set. If you are using rechargeable batteries, make sure that they are fully charged. If at any time your Stimpod is unresponsive, remove one of the batteries and reinsert it to reset the Stimpod. Always ensure that the batteries are orientated correctly when you insert them. The correct orientation of the batteries is indicated on the inside of the battery compartment. Also ensure to always use high-quality AAA batteries from a reputable brand to ensure that no leakage will occur. When you have determined that you have a cable fault, you can purchase a new cable from the online shop on the Algiamed website. The shop also includes other products to ensure that you can continue treating your patients without interruptions. Click the Buy Now menu option to open the online shop and view the available products. After following this troubleshooting guide and you are still experiencing issues with your Stimpod, please complete the Return Merchandise application form on our website. You can find this form by navigating to the Contact Us section on the main menu and selecting Support. Depending on the type of problem, you may require a minor or major service exchange. These options will be explained to you by an Algiamed representative. The Stimpod itself carries a 12-month warranty, while the cable is guaranteed against issues for 6 months. This concludes the Stimpod NMS460 troubleshooting video. Thank you for watching.